All right, back in studio with the guys, Matt Norlander, Hakeem Dermish, Tim Doyle, Joe Musso, here to talk winners and losers. It's the beauty of this tournament, the finite nature of each one of these contests, but it's also the brutality of trying to get there. So let's talk biggest winner, biggest loser, as we now do have this bracket in front of us. Matt Norlander, your biggest winner is who?
I'm going to go a big picture team for the winner because, frankly, I think every year that we do this, you can say that the likes of your Texases, your North Carolinas, your Xaviers, the teams that get into Dayton are huge winners because their tournament fate hangs in the balance and they get to play one more game. So aside from the teams that got into the first four, I'm going to say Houston. And the reason why is I think that the Cougars, the draw that they have, now they've got potentially the toughest second-round game that anyone will have from a better seeded perspective in maybe meeting Gonzaga. That's a top 10 matchup between KenPom teams. But other than that, I actually really do like the region that Houston is in overall here. They could have Clemson or Purdue waiting in the Sweet 16. I really like Houston in both of those matchups. On the bottom half of the bracket, a Kentucky team that's not at full strength. You've got Tennessee, which is really good, but not as good as Houston and does a lot of the stuff that Houston does as well. So I'll take Houston as a big winner here. I think in the Midwest region, the benefit they've got with where they'll be shipped off to, I like their chances. What about you, Tim?
Yeah, 4 straight winning 30-win seasons for Kelvin Sampson. 30-win seasons, 4 straight. That is insane, especially in this environment right now. Biggest winner for me is going to be Michigan State. I believe this, and it's not because he ended my college career. I thought this shift in recruiting and portaling, I thought Tom Izzo was going to be like, I think I'm out. Because guys his age and guys that have been around for that long are starting to bow out, right? The Roy Williamses, the Jay Wrights, the Mike Krzyzewski, the Mike Krzyzewski, Tony Bennett for the season. I thought he was like, I think I'm good. I actually didn't get into this sport for this reason. But he has built a team that's old school. Now, Jace Richardson's emerging as a lottery pick, and that's going to help him. But this is a Michigan State squad in the South. Yeah, it's Izzo, it's March. I mean, it's hard to bet against them. I think they're a huge winner. They got Auburn up there. The rest of their bracket, I think Ole Miss out of 6 is a fraud. Michigan out of 5, they're going to lose in the first round. Iowa State's not healthy as a 3. I think their draw is amazing.
That takes me right to our biggest loser because Matt has Michigan as his biggest loser.
I do. I think Michigan had zero business being on the 5 line. It is so egregious. I almost wonder if the committee handed in the wrong bracket because they had 2 contingency ones. There's no reason to have Michigan as a 5 when it won the Big Ten tournament. It was, what, 4th or 5th most in quad 1 wins overall. And so not just having a misseeding situation. A 4 I actually would have accepted. I think a 5 is actually damaging for the Wolverines. They've got to play UC San Diego. How about this? UC San Diego and Michigan are separated by 7 seed lines. They are separated by 11 slots total at KenPom. Michigan is 25, UC San Diego going into Monday 36 overall. The UC San Diego is a really, really good team. Michigan can win the game, but I think it's a loser in terms of it was misseeded and it was given, in my opinion, the toughest assignment, not just in a 5-12 matchup, but I think if you were to go to the 6-11s, I don't think any team and of those 8 possibilities has a tougher assignment in the first round than Michigan with UC San Diego.
Yeah, I'm going with the same philosophy here. I'm going basically the toughest road. That's what Matt did.
Yeah.
I loved Florida coming into this tournament. I'm picking them to win a national championship. Oh, boy. They're going to have to earn it. They have a game potentially in the Final Four that could be easier than any game in their region. If they win their first game, they're staring at UConn, who's won a bunch of national championships. If they win that game, Maryland is in the wings. If they win that game, St. John's. You want to run into St. John's and stuff? I think their Final Four game may be easier than their regional games. They have so much work cut off.
One quick follow-up. This is probably not going to happen, but we talk about the SEC having a record 14 teams into the field. There is one team, although it's not going to happen, it is unlikely. The team that could face 6 SEC teams if it were to win the title is actually Illinois. If Texas beats Xavier, then you could have Kentucky waiting. You could have Tennessee waiting. Unlikely as it may be, you could have Georgia waiting in addition to the teams that you keep on going on. Not going to happen, but there is actually a way where a team would need to go through the 6 SEC teams to win the national title. It's not going to happen, but I thought that to be intriguing.
That's a gauntlet.
Yeah, that would be the gauntlet.
Duke is the favorite to cut down the nets in San Antonio, followed by Florida, Auburn,
if they're
Houston.
not catfishing people with Cooper's injury.
Yeah.
Again, that's not what
I enjoyed that bonus tarantella we got there, though.
This is awesome. Selection Sunday.
Love it.
I love the conversation. Who's going to cut down the nets in San Antonio? Coming up, the selection committee. 2 of the members join us here on CBS Sports HQ. Keep it locked.